I have probably been in gyms 5 or 6 times in my entire life, not very often, but I knew the problem for me was I had no experience. I didn't know what to do. I needed to go to a place where someone could tell me what to do and correct me while I'm doing it. And that's what CrossFit seemed to be. It's, I think, better than personal training because you get variety, you get a group environment, and again, you did it for me the other day. You saw a move where I wasn't holding the bar the right way, you stopped me and showed me, and now I know. And that's what I needed to do to come and be successful. Hey, I'm Pete, and I'm a member at CrossFit 845 in Poughkeepsie. I don't really have preconceived notions about things in general. I mean, I need to experience. I hear other people's experiences, but I take them as their experience, not necessarily mine. So I came in with no expectations. I had no experience. I thought I had to give 100% at everything. At my age, having never worked out, I had to start at 30% of everything. Today, 4 months later, I'm probably up to 50 or 60% of everything. Scaling was the art here. Having not really worked out my whole life, I had poor flexibility in my legs and arms especially. That was a big factor for me. The joke I make to other people when I tell them about doing this is, when I'm 70, I'd like to be able to get up out of a chair. And I wasn't on a path for that necessarily. So that was a big one. Another one for me, just naturally, I've always had a high resting heart rate. And a lot of that comes from the fact that I haven't done regular cardio. So the cardio part out of this helps that as well. So I'm watching, I see my resting heart rate going down. It's not where I want it to be yet, but I mean, it's gonna take a couple years to get where I want it to be. But those are really the two things I was looking for, was flexibility and a resting heart rate. Dude, if you're gonna be here, you gotta be here. I mean, we talked about this a little bit a couple weeks ago. I mean, I got a lot left to do. I got some stuff to do for my family, for my business, for my friends. And yeah, the time really probably for me was 5 or 10 years ago to start to look at this, but I don't feel like I've missed it. What I feel like is starting is gonna get me where I need to be, so that again, in 10 or 20 years, I can be active participants in things with my family, the community, business, things that are important to me, I'll be able to continue to do. You have to not rely on what you hear from other people. You can take in their words, but you can't let it dictate your life. If you want to try to do CrossFit, or if you want to try to learn to swim or golf or be a stand-up comedian or whatever you think you want to do, you're not going to know until you try. Another big factor is you can't be, again, listen to people for encouragement, but you can't listen to the negativity at all. Whatever you're trying. It's your vision, your voice, and your goals. If somebody says you suck at that, you need to just wash it out and say, it didn't matter what they say, because for me, on day 2 here, I sucked at this. But it didn't matter because I knew at day 30 I'd be okay, and at day 100 I'd be looking to come here every morning. I think a path gets put out in front of you and you choose your options based on that path. And more often than not, if you put that energy out, the right path will come to you. To come here, 6 o'clock in the morning with 4 or 5 or 6 people those first few weeks, to build something from the start would have been much different for me than walking into a gym with 28 people every morning at 6 o'clock who already knew each other for a long time. And you know, there's something I've been wanting to say my whole life. I didn't know how to say it. I'm also a Rotarian. I was at a Rotary function a couple weeks ago where someone put this so succinctly. He said, people think that respect has to be earned, and that's the opposite of the truth. Respect should be given until it's no longer deserved. If everybody walked into a room that way and didn't have their guard up, we'd all be more successful.